over the next couple of months, I will be putting together a get-together for all of the guests of the New Hampshire Business Show. We're just about to hit episode 100, and that's a whole lot of guests to get together in one place. So after I figure out the logistics a little bit better than what I originally planned, we will make it happen. It's going to be a lot of fun. So be on the lookout for that as it comes around the corner. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the New Hampshire Business Show. My name is Chris Pastrana, and today I'm here with Joshua Hubbard from Allstate. How's it going, Josh?
Very well, very well. Thanks for having me.
Cool, definitely. So let's get it started. Let's learn a little bit about you and kind of roll from there.
Sure, yeah. Again, my name's Josh. I grew up in New Hampshire my whole life, and I went to college at Southern New Hampshire University. Okay. Right out of college, I actually interned with the baseball team in Manchester, the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. And I was a sport management major and enjoyed my time there. It was really fun. Got into sales, didn't realize I was going to do that, but once I did that, I really enjoyed it. And after a few years at the Fisher Cats, I got promoted to the sales manager. And, after a few years, I kind of took a turn and got into the insurance world. And that's what I've been doing the last 6-7 years is I've been an insurance agent and just recently opened up my own agency with Allstate in Merrimack.
Really cool.
Yeah.
So that seems like quite the change to
Sure.
go from sports management,
Yeah.
which is what you went to college for.
Yeah.
To kind of roll into insurance.
Yeah. I realized I like sales, so I wanted to stay in the world of sales.
Okay.
But the reason for the change is, and I love my time with the Fisher Cats, but it's really an entry-level job where a lot of people, you're working, especially during the season this time of year, if there's a game, you're 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. every day, pulling tarp at night, and I just wanted to get into more of a controlled environment, start a family, buy a house, do all that.
Controlled environment, so we get into sales. Yeah.
Sure. But, no, it was great. It was a great time. Learned a lot about sales there, and I met my wife there as well. She worked there as well. So, it was awesome, and just realized I wanted to stay in sales, so kind of took a turn and jumped into the insurance world.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I guess kind of an odd question, but looking back, would you have done something different for college, or are you kind of okay with the path you went on?
I don't know, because I'm thrilled with where I am at now, and like I said, that's my wife left the sports world too. She became a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
so we look at it like, hey, that's how we met. And that's what we're meant to do, and so I don't think I'd want to change a whole lot, even though it didn't end up being what I planned in the beginning. So yeah.
Cool, I like that.
Yeah.
So, why the change from sports to insurance? Because I know you wanted to get into sales.
Sure.
But that any reason you went down that specific path?
No particular reason. There wasn't like a lifelong insurance passion or anything like that. It really just started with I wanted a career in sales where there was growth potential, where you could start being an agent, eventually do your own thing, have your own agency and everything. So and plus I wanted a job where you get to talk to a lot of people, like yourself. You like to talk to a lot of people, so meet all kinds of people. We do different kinds of insurance, so you meet your regular consumers just looking for a car insurance, but also get to talk to a lot of people from HR, owners of other businesses, about business insurance itself. So it's a different field. Every day's different. That's another thing that I like about it. So
Yeah. Well, sales will do that to you.
Sure. Yeah.
So let's get into Allstate a little bit. So tell me a little
Sure.
bit about the company and kind of like what you do there and all that.
Yeah. So Allstate, it's not exactly like a franchise, but it's a similar idea where Allstate's on the door, but each agency is its own company, ran by the individual owners. And I own the new agency in Pennachuck Square in Merrimack, and what we do there is we just provide insurance reviews. I have staff with me. I have 4 agents working for me right now, and we just contact local community through obviously phone calls, where we love to go to different community events, stuff like that. We do a lot of networking events, all that stuff, just to kind of get out there, meet people, talk to people about their insurance, and what we do is just simply provide reviews. We don't like to say, hey, call us 5 minutes later, we'll try to save you a penny. It's really just reviewing your insurance just to make sure it's you have the right fits, there's no lapses, anything like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a good approach to it.
Sure. Yeah.
Just kind of handle a little differently than usual.
Yeah. We don't, we're not just out, policy pushing anything like that. It's like we'll meet a lot of people where maybe we won't be able to save them a ton of money. Maybe it's only $20 a month or something like that, but we'll double their coverages, and there's a bunch of cool different benefits with Allstate that's Allstate specific, which is pretty cool. So you have to believe in the product you're selling, obviously, and we do. So
yeah, well, that's one of the first things in sales is if you don't really believe in it, it becomes much harder to sell it.
Yeah, and people can sense that too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think especially nowadays, there's sales kind of gets like a really bad rap.
Sure. Yeah.
And you being in insurance, I sell cars on like when I'm not here.
Yeah.
So we kind of should understand each other there.
People have their guard up early, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so how is that going for you as far as, building your own agency, which I'm assuming is probably a lot more work than just being an agent.
Sure. Yeah.
And kind of growing that reputation and that position.
Yeah. No, it's the biggest challenge at the beginning was just finding good staff that were excited about the opportunity, and that was the biggest challenge. But we feel like we're there now, and the other big challenge is just to your point, just getting out there. And there's a lot of agencies, and especially in Southern New Hampshire, Allstate agencies specifically, that there's been people around forever, so they think they associate Allstate with certain people depending on what town, because there's been agencies around for 20, 30 years. So that's probably the biggest challenge, just getting our name out there and let them know that we're here too, type of thing. And and that's just what we're doing, do a lot of networking and a lot of community events, go to Little League events. We have events tomorrow and everything, so
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
Cool. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the products offer themselves. You mentioned car insurance. Now, what other things do you guys tend to insure and cover and all that?
Sure. Yeah, so it's all the personal lines, obviously, car insurance, home insurance, life insurance, all that stuff, retirement products. A lot of things people don't understand that, or don't know that, or aware, I should say, that Allstate provides is obviously business insurance, but also benefits. So it's our target's really like small employers, 5 to 25 employees, where it's free to the employer, but we provide just different supplemental benefits for their employees. So like critical illness, guaranteed life insurance, accident, all that stuff. Not health insurance, but just all the supplemental stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Allstate's been doing it for a few years, but it's really, they're trying to drive it in now, drive it home for some of the new agencies. So that's something we're trying to make people aware of too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Allstate new to New Hampshire?
No, it's been around for quite a while. It's new to Mass, believe it or not, and we're licensed in Mass as well. But New Hampshire, it's been around for well before I was around. Yeah.
Because I remember, I think I'm going to age myself here.
Sure.
Like 10, 15 years ago when I was back in high school.
Yeah.
Someone was like, we don't even have Allstate in New Hampshire. We kept seeing their commercials.
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm like, and then you had mentioned Allstate. I'm like, wow. So apparently sometime between then and here they appeared in the state.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's see, about 10 minutes in. So let's do a quick break for the sponsors.
Sure.
Then we'll roll on to the second half of the show.
Sound good.
For the listeners of the New Hampshire Business Show, Audible is offering a free 30-day trial to give you an opportunity to check out their service. Now, with this, you get a free audiobook, so you can check out, I have a whole list of books right here that, they're on mine. So, you got Way of the Wolf, let's see, Think Before It's Too Late, Sell with a Story, Relentless, very good book, Never Split the Difference, Ready, Fire, Aim, The 10X Rule, you name it, they have it. They have 180,000 books in their selection, or more probably by now. They're growing all the time. So check them out. It's an amazing service, and it's a great way to turn your commute into a learning experience.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do both of those. So
yeah, just little things like that.
So let's start there then. There's tons of insurance agencies out there.
Sure.
And from Allstate, Liberty Mutual, you name it, there's some insurance company doing it. So what makes you different than some of the others?
Sure. So we have different packages at Allstate. So we have what we call your standard package, your basic package, and then we have gold, platinum, And most companies just offer what we call our standard package, which is great as long as the coverages are there and there's no lapses or anything like that. But we offer, and I'm sure people have seen the commercials, but extra things on top of that. Some of them are accident forgiveness, where you get immediate accident forgiveness right when you sign up. So that basically means if you got into an accident, then it wouldn't negatively impact your rates at renewal. There's other things like safe driving deductible reward. And what that is it essentially is a vanishing deductible, where let's say your deductible is $500 on your insurance. It would immediately become $400, and then every year that you don't have an accident, it would just deduct by $100. So 3 years later, it would be only a $200 deductible, and it wouldn't change the price or anything. It's just one of the benefits. Some other things is, we always have claim-free bonuses on both car and home. So if people go a year without a claim, they'll get a percentage back on, basically refunded back of whatever their prior premium was. So yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay. So you actually kind of spurred a good question there.
Sure.
Because you had mentioned it earlier when you were talking about, kind of talking to the community, finding out and making sure they have the correct coverage. So let's go into the correct coverage.
Sure.
I forget what the minimums are in New Hampshire for auto loans, whatever it is. But so when someone decides they need insurance and they come and talk to you, how should they be deciding what they actually need for insurance coverage?
Sure.
Because that can be, there's tons of numbers and it's probably confusing.
Yeah, so to keep it simple, the state minimums are $25,000 for property damage, and then $25.50 for bodily injury. And not to go down that road because it can get confusing, but it essentially means you have $25,000 per person, $50,000 per incident if there was ever an accident where you were at fault and injured somebody else. And as we all know, in New Hampshire, you're actually not even required to have insurance. So we talk to a lot of people without insurance. We're the only state that's like that. But everybody's different, but anybody, a homeowner, somebody who owns, multiple properties, boats, all those toys, and motorcycles, ATVs, they should have higher liability because they have more assets to protect versus somebody, a kid right out of college that's just renting and doesn't own really anything other than maybe his car. Yeah. But the big thing between the biggest thing is to have more than the state minimums, because if you only have $25,000 in property damage protection, that means if you're driving down, you get into an accident, it's your fault. Anything above $25,000 is out of your pocket. So, let's say you total a car and it's worth $50,000 or $40,000. Anything above that $25,000, you're gonna have to pay out of pocket. A lot of people don't have that kind of change hanging around. Yeah. But the other little things too, it could be like a telephone pole. A lot of people don't realize to replace a telephone pole, if you hit one, it costs on average around $20,000. So let's say you get into an accident, you nick up a car and destroy a telephone pole, you could be in the hole even for just a simple accident like that, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, and a lot of people don't have that kind of check to write. So if you're a homeowner and you only have the state minimums and you don't have those higher limits, then you can get in a little bit of trouble. You can lose your home for just a simple everyday accident if you don't have the right coverages. So, yeah. So
that's interesting because I guess it's just balancing how much risk you want to take, I guess.
Yeah, at the end of the day, everybody's, and unfortunately there's so many commercials out there with insurance, like save. So everybody thinks it's all the same, that it's just about getting the cheapest one, and that's where we kind of come in as advisors and say, we love to save people money too, don't get me wrong, we save people all the time, but at the same time, we also want to be like, all right, let's slow down, let's definitely want to try to save you money, but also review your coverage at the same time and make sure you're protected, because, it's our job to know insurance, not the consumer's job, but yeah, a lot of people just aren't aware of all the limits that they have. So
yeah. And you're right. Just because you're saving money doesn't mean you're putting yourself in a good situation.
Exactly.
I tell people all the time. Well, this was more when I was selling down in North Carolina. I'd have individuals who just bottom dollar, and they just negotiate the hell out of you on a car.
Sure.
But you negotiate your way out of help.
Yeah, exactly.
Because now there's no money for the dealership to do anything if something goes wrong afterwards.
Yeah.
So, and it's kind of the same way where, oh man, we're cutting, look how little we pay in our car insurance every month, and something happens and, well, we can't help you because, you're way off.
Yeah, exactly. And it's simple too. Like, I mean, in our world, like going back to the property damage example, people carry $25,000, and with Allstate, to up that, the next tier up is $50,000. So to double that, I mean, we're talking cents on the year.
Yeah.
We're not talking. So it's crazy, but yeah, that's kind of our world.
Yeah. I like that. And I think that's the best thing to realize when you're talking sales and talking insurance and all that stuff, is people get the weird thought when you say, yeah, I'm a salesman, I'm an insurance agent, I'm a car salesman, whatever.
Sure, yeah, it's the same
but
thing.
we're here to just kind of help you through a process you have no idea how to get through.
Yeah.
Because most people don't know how to go to the bank, get a loan, do all that stuff. Most people don't know all the ins and outs of insurance.
Sure.
So you get to sit down with them and walk them through this step, and as long as you have someone reputable, which is you do your due diligence beforehand, hopefully, you don't put yourself in a bad situation, and you just get good advice.
Exactly, yeah. And that's like what we always tell people, that's our value is, we're local, obviously we're right in Merrimack, so we are Allstate, we have the backing of a Fortune 100 company. It's a huge company, but we're also local. We're like a small mom and pop. Come on in for if you have questions, changes, claims, stuff like that. So that's our whole thing. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, with insurance, like we talked about, I mean, everybody wants to save money, but at the end of the day, you're paying insurance for the claims experience. You're not paying it just to pay it. Hopefully, you're paying it and you never have to use it. As frustrating as that idea is, but that's the hope at the end of the day. But yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. Cool. Is there anything else you want to cover before we kind of roll into the ending? Community events. That's right. So some events you had said were coming up that you wanted to talk about. Yeah,
sure. So we always partner up with local nonprofits as much as we can. I mean, businesses too, but local nonprofits. For example, tomorrow we're going to be actually right down the road from here, the Animal Rescue League of New Hampshire over in Bedford, and they're doing from like 11 to 2. They provide rabies vaccines, and it's like $12 is a great deal, and we've offered anybody that comes over, visits our booth, and wants to do a quote, we'll pay that fee for them. Obviously, there's no obligation to buy, but just to give us that opportunity to review it for them, we'll then pay it for them. We do that a lot with we have events coming up in the future. Like we partner up with like little leagues. Obviously, we sponsor a few teams and such, but we'll set up a table at their games and say, hey, anybody comes over, we'll donate $10 for each quote we get from this league back to the league. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's a win-win for everybody. People get to review their insurance. We get to talk to a bunch of people. We're out in the community, and obviously it gives back to the league, which is the best part. So yeah, works out pretty well. But yeah, we have the Rescue League event tomorrow, and then next Saturday is the Greater National Little League opening day, and we're one of their partners, and then the very next day, Merrimack Softball, where we'll be there as well. So
that's pretty
kind of a little everywhere,
yeah. And I like that about, because some companies are just so massive that, it's hard to get to that level where you're just in the community unless you have a couple of reps who are just into that type of thing.
Sure, yeah.
But you can get lost in the day-to-day of running a big insurance company.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's always good just to get out there, and like I said, it's a win-win for everybody. We're out in the community and giving back any way we can, and it's great.
Cool. Awesome.
Sure.
Cool. So how do people reach out to you, get a hold of you? They want to chat about insurance.
Yeah, anytime. They could always call us. I mean, our local office number, it's 603-913-6111. And obviously, they're welcome to come on by, stop by as well. We're at Pennachuck Square, right next to Giorgio's, right in Merrimack. So, yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Hey, well, thank you so much for joining me. This has been a lot of fun, and it's actually way more interesting to talk about insurance than I thought it would be.
Sure, yeah.
Because I've had, when I speak to finance people, I love it, but it's hard to get those conversations going.
Yeah, exactly.
This is nice and easy.
Yeah, good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to roll out with our last sponsor here in a minute, and we'll see you all soon. Summer's coming. I know some of you guys are not ready, so head over to nhbusinessshow.com/ideal to get a jump start now. Because at my pace, where I was losing about 20 pounds a month, by the time summer's rolling, you could lose 20, 40 pounds. So jump on in.